Hey everybody, it's Alex from Hannemann Ironworks here, and today I'm going to be making a dinner triangle bow. So this is commonly used to, ring in the household so everyone comes around for dinner. And I'm doing this as a simple project to present to some of the Boy Scouts that I'll be teaching in just a few weeks, just some basic projects. And this fulfills quite a few of the requirements for the Boy Scouts. One of the few requirements is you have to have a twist in your metal. Well, I'm going to twist the three sides of it. You have to bend straight over the anvil. Well, I'm going to do that, so it'll be like a 90-degree dinner bell. It won't be a 60-60-60. It'll be a 90, and then whatever those two angles are. I think it's 45-45. So it's a 45-45-90 triangle. Those are just the angles on them. So I'm going to bend straight over the anvil. I'm going to bring the other one straight up into it. And then I'm going to do taper out on one end, which is another requirement, and I'm going to scroll it over. And I'm going to use the horn to bend the final shape. And so that's a lot of the requirements. So the requirements again are, for the blacksmithing for the Boy Scouts, it's straight over the anvil, bent over the horn, tapered out, got a twist in it. Those are in essence the basic skills the blacksmith needs to be able to use to get the merit badge. So that's what this project's going to accomplish, at least most of the way. And then I'm going to make a little dinger. I haven't decided on what I'm going to do out of that yet, but I'm going to work on the triangle first. So the first step is to actually get it hot and then taper out the end of the metal. And as you guys can see right about here, I just squared up some rebar because I don't have any square stock on hand. We actually do have rebar up at the camp, or not rebar, we have square stock up at the camp, so I'll just use square stock, but I just squared up some rebar for the purpose of this demonstration. So the first thing is to get it hot, and then I need to taper out the end and scroll it over, and then we'll start bending. Alright guys, and I just want to give another shout out to Mr. George Becker for sending me this hammer, a bunch of tools, and some metal. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link at the top right, and I'll put his channel down below because this is absolutely amazing. I love this hammer, and it serves me really well, and you'll be seeing it throughout the video. So the first step is to actually taper this out. Alright, heat this one back up. Alright guys, so this is the taper. It starts right about here and it goes all the way out. Starts about here and goes all the way out. Now I'm going to round this over, so I'm going to make it octagon by hitting on the sharp corners, and I'm going to round it up. And the reason I want this thing round is because I'm gonna put a little area in there where I can put like a leather like loop in it, so it can hang on the wall or on a nail. And so I don't want it to be sharp and accidentally cut the leather or nothing. So that's why I'm rounding this part up. Alright, so now that this end section's round, I'm going to start scrolling it and make a loop in it. Alright, so now I got this little tip in. I'm just going to make a bigger scroll right behind it. And so this little stick out, there's nothing pointy. And then there'll be a loop right around here, and I'm going to bend it out. Alright, so there's that little hook where I'm going to put the leather thong. And now, this is actually started to go out. I'm actually going to stick this back in the fire. I'm going to make this square because this part's a little bit thicker than the rest of down here. And then I'm going to twist this out. Alright guys, so I'm back. I've drawn it out like an inch or two. And I squared it up even better. And on the other end, I'm going to make it a ball, or at least something to a similar effect, because I don't want that hurting anything, but I don't want to taper that one out either, because I don't think it would look right. So I'm going to see if I can make it like a little bit like a ball. So I'm going to switch out from using this little bit heavier hammer to going down to my 2-pounder, because I believe this is a 3.5 or 3-pound hammer. And so a little bit smaller hammer is easier to control, and it's got a smaller face on it. So I'm going to switch down to my S-wing, and I'm going to use that. Alright, so it looks almost like a end of a pencil without a tip on it. So I think that looks just fine. And now I'm going to bend it at about 4 inches in. No, yeah. I think like 3 to 4 inches in. Straight L, like over the anvil. Because that's one of the requirements of doing blacksmithing and getting the merit badge. So we'll flip this thing around. I'm gonna bend it, and I'm gonna bend it, and then I'm going to twist it, because I believe after, like, I don't want to twist all of it and twist too far and then have to try and untwist it. And so I'm just gonna bend it and twist one angle and then bend it again. And actually, yeah, I'll bend it again and twist it and bend it for the final time and twist it, or something like that. So you can see I have that L bend in there, but this part swells out, so I'm actually going to bring it back in so it is a little bit more like a triangle. Alright, so I'm going to heat this back up. Actually, I'm going to leave this one untwisted. I'm just going to twist the bottom here. And so then this will have a twist in it, and these will be straight. That's just the way I'm going to do it. You can do it however you want. Twist this, twist that. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to just twist the bottom because I think that'll be a little bit better, or at least visually. Also, it's easier sticking my forge. Alright, so I got a twist in the middle. It's not too terribly long or nothing, but that's just the way I did it. So now I'm going to heat this part back up and bend that over. So I'm actually going to bring in this other side a little bit because I'm not sure that the L bend's going to be just right, but we accomplished it and now we're moving past it. So I think that'll be acceptable for the merit badge. Alright, so there's the triangle. It's I need to straighten this little hook because it's a little wonky. But other than that, that's about good. And I am going to turn this old deformed punch that I made into the little dinger. Obviously it won't sound like that because the tongs are on here and it'll be free floating. It'll go ding. Something like that, but a lot louder, I hope. Alright, now it's all brushed off, I'm going to throw it over the fire just to warm it back up. I'm going to let it cool down. I'm going to apply a wax coating to it. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to work on the little dinger. I'm actually not going to show this. I'll tell you guys how I did it. It's not necessarily super important. You guys can just use a spoon, but I will bring you back when I have that done. Alright everyone, so this is the completed project, as you can see here. And when I hold it just very loosely, it likes to hang ever so slightly, not like perfect like a triangle, but I think it works great. And then this right here is just a little dinger I made. It's got just like a short little taper. It's not even tapered all that well. And then back here I tapered it out quite far and I scrolled it over. And so you can easily fit one finger in here and hold like that. Or otherwise you can hold it somehow else. But that's the way I intended it. And so assume this is just hanging loosely, like it wants to move. It works pretty well. And obviously, if I sell it or if I use it, I will use a leather. I will use a little leather, I think it's called a thong. Basically a little leather strap, like a shoelace almost, but it's leather, and I'll hang it like this, and so I'll give it even more of free floating and be even louder than that. So this right here is that, and this is what I'm going to be bringing up to the Boy Scouts camp. Actually, I'll be bringing quite a few more items, but this is one of the ideas that they can draw and create. So I'm proud of it, and that's how it is. So if you guys like this video, please drop a like on it, leave a comment down below, tell me what you think of it, and if you like my channel, please drop a subscribe. And I hope to see all of you on the next one. So, see you later, guys. Goodbye.